Welcome back to United USA 2020 and beyond.
That the January awards show will be postponed until March.
Of course.
That comes because they said there's not enough ambulances or staff to deal with the spike in patients.
Hospitals overwhelmed and ambulances running thin. LA is now discouraging residents from calling 911 unless it is absolutely necessary. And a new policy
This is
will
where
be
we're
for
at.
medics to not transport.
On scene.
Now cots are being set up at hospitals to help unload patients so ambulances can get back in the field instead of waiting for hours. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
More coronavirus deaths
There it is
reported
again.
today than any other day in the pandemic after a backlog in reporting. KTAR's Taylor.
That's right, Becky. 253 new deaths reported today. 215 of those are due to death certificate matching. This brings the
pandemic after a backlog in reporting.
253 new deaths reported today. However, 215 of those are due to death certificate matching. This brings the state death toll now to 9,317. 5,932 new cases also reported today. More than 16,100 new diagnostic deaths were recorded this morning. Coronavirus-related hospital metrics continue to trend upward. However,
Every time I turn on the radio.
slight dip overnight. Taylor Kinnerup, KTAR News.
Last time I checked, I believe it's over 7 million. I think we're about 7.5 million people. As far as the valley, Maricopa County, really big. Phoenix, Tempe, Scottsdale. So the whole thing is, right, is that 9,000 deaths. Now listen, I'm not being insensitive to people that have lost their life in this last year. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But what I am saying is very clear, is that out of over 7 million people, 9,000 deaths is not what defines a pandemic, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just letting you guys know. This is just a reality.
And not be punished. And so that led to that linear increase in cases that resulted finally in an exponential growth in December.
That's why Humble's calling for bars and nightclubs to shut down again and for restaurants to return to takeout only.
Here we go.
KTAR, Eyes on Education.
There's been little
Yep. See? So now what they're doing, see, they always have a scapegoat. They always have a blame on something. And what is it? The restaurants and bars are saying now, well, because of, restaurants allowing people to do this or that or get away with this or that or blah, 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 blah. That's why we're seeing a spiking again. Really? People say, well, total numbers in the United States now is, approaching 400,000 deaths. First of all, the numbers don't match up. The majority of these hospitals, first of all, they get a 20% kickback from Medicare. So they're getting paid, regardless of whatever a person dies from, they're getting paid to put that on their death certificate. Okay? Let me prove it to you. I have archived on my channel Dr. Burke and Dr. Fakey Fauci, both said, and Maricopa County, the medical director, the health, whoever the heck it is, the head of the health department in Maricopa County, and Ngozi Ezike, the head of the health department. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard me say this before, said that if someone is in hospice and they are clearly dying of an alternate cause, they have cancer or whatever, and they're terminal, and we diagnose them there, they get COVID in their last week of life, we will count that as a COVID death. Now, I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that is straight up fucking fraud. Pardon my language. This really, really pisses me off. This is really on my last nerve. That is fraud. This is what's happening right now is the biggest frauds I think in our country's history. It's disgusting to me. It pisses me off beyond measure. I can't even, saying that I'm angry is a ridiculous understatement for how mad it really, really makes me. And really what it comes down to is two things. Number one, the CDC even updated their, I did a video about it a couple months ago. They said that actually 131,000 of the individuals that were declared to have died from this alleged C virus were dying. They died in hospice. They died from other issues. Renal failure, dementia, cancer, hypertension, cardiac arrest, heart disease. Out of that 131,000, it was like 50,000 people died from heart attacks. They're lying. They're inflating the numbers. Now, the question I'm going to ask is China not counting enough? And is America counting too much? I'm going to be the voice for those that don't have a voice anymore. If you agree, please like and share. Thank you.